This is Gypsy Rose Lee. She had a sister named June Havoc. They were famous back in the day for their burlesque dances, but they were also famous for having an overbearing mother that pushed them into performing from a young age. The mother was said to be the stage mom from hell, and on social media, over the last few days and weeks, another stage mom from hell has been getting some attention. The stage mom known as Lily Jean's momager, or Lore. And if you haven't caught up, you're gonna have to watch Pramink's video and Creepshow Art's 2 videos on the subject. But it all comes down to the mystery of whether Lily Jean's following is real or fake, and if it's okay to talk about it. Because according to some, just talking about it is cyberbullying. Last night, I was watching another creator's video on the subject, and I realized I need to look into Lily Jean's analytics myself before weighing in any further, and I found some interesting things.
Oh, I thought from the beginning Tanya was one of these types of people. So, yeah.
Well, okay, you know what? So now we know what we need to do. I told you from the beginning.
So one thing that all of these type of beauty guru pages on Instagram, at least the scammier ones, the ones that have this suspicion of a majority of bot followers, one thing you find when you look at their analytical data, which is public to everybody, is that right around September of 2019, a lot of different beauty gurus experienced the same flatlining that Lily Jean did and other artists. The one thing that's different about Lily Jean when it comes to this, if you look, she had a lot of gain before this gap in Instagram's data or the change in Instagram's data. Not to say she didn't lose followers, but to say it was much more rare. After the gap, you see that she started to lose followers pretty drastically, but then it will shoot back up and extreme numbers. I mean extreme follows, but then it'll shoot back down. Up and down it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. This is another thing that makes people think that they may be faking their following. But even more than that, Lily Jean and Lore have been proven to do several things like I've brought up before, like Pramink and Creepshow brought up, and like Diane brought up. They went to a CoverGirl beauty showing where you could submit your pictures to be put on a CoverGirl billboard. Then they took the image of her on the billboard, made it look like to their audience that it was real and that she had been selected to be a cover girl. They did the same thing when they photoshopped her onto a magazine that didn't even put out physical copies at the time that they did it, and they've done the same thing when they photoshopped her into a Met Gala. And once they started to get called out on social media, they said, oh no, this is a fan submitted image, this isn't real, but they had been pushing it as if it was real. And one thing we have to look back on to prove all of that is some websites, some forums like Reddit, Locals, Kiwi Farms. There are extensive data on these sites that list all of these things and give you the evidence that it's real. I'm not going to show any of that for obvious reasons, but this is the thing that makes it to where people are valid to question Lily Jean's following. So like Creepshow Art's video that's getting all this blowback, the title, the social media maven that faked her following, that's where the blowback is coming because of that concept, that thought process. But it's valid to have that thought when you see the analytical data and then you compare that analytical data with the fact that they faked other things. Let's go to Diana Laserbeam's video, which is a great video that I'll link in the description because you need to see some things there too really fast. Diana Awesome Laser, I said her name wrong earlier, did a video where she details the most egregious type of things that have happened.
All of these accounts use the same misspelled abbreviations for by the way and great. BYTW and G8.
Now, this is very red flaggish because a lot of people don't use G8 for great. They might use GR8, but even then they don't do that. That's crazy. By the way is BTW. To have 2 different people use BYTW is just nutso. Many of those accounts do.
Lily's manager/mother also uses these misspelled abbreviations. These accounts are also used to attack people and brands who cross Lily. In November of 2018, Lily teamed up with Vapor Beauty to do a giveaway for a prize package worth $275. A lot of these suspicious accounts attempted to enter the giveaway, and Vapor Beauty blocked them.
Now, Vapor Beauty blocked these, but this gives you a little bit of the intent that's here. It's not that they just use this for a social media image or maybe to make it appear like they've got more active, crazy followers that are obsessed with them than they really do. They use it to game the system.
Queen of Blending told Lily that she had never heard of her before. The next day, while Queen of Blending is at work, she receives these messages from Lore. Lore also sends an email to the owners of the company that Queen of Blending works for, stating that Queen of Blending is harassing her daughter while she is at work using work equipment. So once again, just like Nick Rakita, just like Facebook Jenny, Lore is now trying to get somebody fired from their job that has had absolutely no interaction previously with Lily or Lore.
What you have to understand is when Lore was trying to get this person fired, she thought she was somebody else. She misidentified while trying to dox somebody, misidentified them. Okay, so this is the article that was put out today, Chelsea Hoffman, Lily Jean. And if you go to it, Lily Jean, beauty influencer, the center of negative attention, which just attempts to have a person from the outside look into this, write a blog, put up the blog, you go to it, and it 404s. But everything that's put up about Lily Jean gets crowd-struck into oblivion.
Around this time, those accounts that I showed you earlier, that Lore is confirmed to be running, pop up and start harassing Lauren Elise, Queen of Blending, and brands. And then all hell breaks loose. Lauren Elise's Twitter account is suspended. At the same time, numerous call-out accounts that have been tweeting about Lily and Lore's harassment are also suspended. Lore and Lily have always vehemently denied that they were the ones who got Lauren Elise's account suspended.
BuzzFeed News even did a video about this account being suspended.
Lily and Lore's explanation continues to change, and all of these people refuse to be interviewed or speak to anyone. While we were able to conclusively prove that Lore and Lily are running at least some of these sock accounts, I failed at...
Did you see that just flash across the screen? They all end in the same number. It's craziness. They're all ran by the same person. My goodness.
Providing the smoking gun on the James, Shaniqua, and Romana account.
Why are these accounts so massive to the story? Because they all portray a very racist or prejudiced context. Instagram is the fakest thing I have ever seen. It is more fake than Facebook. This is embodied in this meme that we call Instagram reality. It is a meme where on Reddit, people take the post of a real person, like when they share a photo, and then like a friend shares a photo, then they show the other person who photoshops that photo and shares it on their page, and they are completely different. A lot of celebrities like Tana Mojo and Blonde Sundoll, I forget her name, they completely are different when you see what they look like in real life or in their videos compared to these photoshopped pictures. It's kind of a funny meme and a funny phenomenon that happens because Instagram is completely fake. It's all about duping people into clicking. It's all about making somebody look like they don't look in real life. But it's all about sharing yourself and sharing pictures. It's two-faced. It's a lie. Complete lie. But when you look deeper into Instagram, you find out that it's been plagued by more bots than even it has real people. And that's why I don't understand it. I don't get how businesses want to use Instagram or even care about it once they see that if you do team up with somebody, the majority of the people you're going to team up with is advertising to fake bot accounts. In fact, it's an entire subculture. There are other countries that make so much money off of funneling bots and bot farms to like, share, and re-Insta or retweet or whatever it's called Instagram, because Instagram is the place. It's unlike Twitter or Facebook. You can make a lot of money there. With 1 million followers, you can get paid as much as 40, 80, or 120,000 per post. This is documented. This is real. It's not an exaggeration. In fact, I'm probably under-exaggerating for some of the bigger ones. My point is, everything you see there, 99% of all of it is completely fake, completely contrived, and two-faced. But then you see that the same thing happens with Rose Thompson Hovick, who had 2 daughters that ended up becoming famous burlesque dancers, but they ended up being early strippers. They were very much looked down upon by the majority of society, even though it's more accepted now. They paved the way, really, and a lot of their dances are very tame compared to anything you'd see nowadays, at least the ones that are recorded out there. But Rose was the mother, and she pushed the daughters out there. The daughter, Gypsy Rose and June Havoc. She pushed her daughters out there and tried to get them to become famous as they got older and older. Eventually, both of them left the nest, but the mother ended up starting a boarding house. She was accused or attempting murder of another man in a police station when she pulled out a gun, and it ended up the safety was on, and that's the only reason she didn't kill the second man. The first death was ruled a suicide until it was looked into more. And really, when you look back, she has the reputation of the hell mom of this entire type of thing, right? She's I showed you the book earlier, and you can't really put into words how bad you end up feeling for these kids. And you wondered, and what is somebody's reality like when they have been forced into thinking that Instagram reality is the real world, right? Maybe that's why we see what we see here. Either way, there's a lot of paranoia. There's a lot of just insanity when you look into how the parallels between Lily Jean and Rose Thompson, Lily Jean's mother, and Rose Thompson Hovick. Maybe I'll talk about it more in the future. But up to now, though, with this new discovery of these blogs that go back 10 years that show Lily Jean's been pushed to be this thing, not just since 2017, but she's been pushed to be this thing since 2010. It really adds more to the picture, right? Because everybody says it. Is it Lily's fault? Now that she's 18, is it Lily's fault? Or is it her mom that's still to blame for this? And I can't be the one. I can't be the one that makes up your mind on that. All I can say is, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hit like, hit subscribe. Unirock out.